Hi, I'm Thomas. This is Roman. This is Isabella. And we're going to show you what to expect from your Acroyoga journey, starting as a complete novice to roughly intermediate level. When you come to your first class, you're going to learn technique. That'll prepare you to learn Acroyoga poses. And a lot of times, jams, when friends just show you things, they skip over the technique to just kind of get to the fun stuff, but then you lack the foundation. When we talk about technique, here are 3 examples. One is bone stacking. What bone stacking is, it's a technique that lets you use minimal strength in order to lift people. And you can be a pretty small person and lift pretty big people if you use this technique. Basically, if you look at how I'm standing, I have like a big bone here, I have a big bone here, and they're both on top of each other, so balancing, right? So most of the weight is on the bone. If I were to bend my knee, now I have to use muscle to hold things in place. And if you have ever done chair pose in yoga, you know that this is pretty hard to hold. So in bone stacking, we're going to learn how to make sure we put weight onto our bones. And I'm going to give you a little example. We're going to show you candlestick. Nice. And I'm going to move you. And you kind of notice now how my wrists are over my elbows, over my shoulders. And so most of Isabella's weight is on my bones, and I don't really have to use a lot of strength. And I'm going to move you back down. Oops. Another thing that we're going to learn is tightness. As a flyer, you want to have lots of tightness. It basically means body tension. That's why people talk about pointing your feet, because it means all the muscles in your bone on your leg tense. And basically, the more wobbly a flyer is, the more inertia there is every time the base tries to move the flyer. And the more tightness is, the more responsive the body is, and the easier it is to base. So we're going to give you an example. If we come to bird, you're going to give you a wobbly example. Yeah. And even if you just hold still, but you let your body kind of sway, right, it's actually quite challenging. And now we're going to show tightness. Nice. You know, there's a lot more control. You can do pretty precise movements. Wonderful. Another skill to learn is called receiving. Receiving is when, as a base, you use your feet or your hands to receive the weight of the flyer. And when people start, they're kind of clunky. It takes a lot of control to slowly and under control receive someone's body weight. And we're going to show you like a little example of this. Ninja star. So you want to pay attention to my feet. Right now my feet are stationary. And you see, as soon as we go to start, one of my feet bends and I push her up. Nice. And when we do this, you constantly see my feet articulating and moving. And the smoother and more controlled you can make this, the more successful you're going to get. I'm going to send you out. Nice. So the first lesson or so, the first level of the course, is all about learning this technique to give you a solid foundation. And in the second level, we're going to learn lots of fun poses. I'm going to show you a fun pose. Back fly. Nice. You can span under the shoulders. And you also notice Ramon, he's showing spotting. You always want to learn spotting, and spotting is its own skill to learn. And you can stack your legs, just nice. You can make some pretty nice shapes here and take photos. I'm gonna help you come down. Nice. Second level, lots of fun poses. Third level, we're gonna learn side star. Side star is on one hand a complicated pose to learn, and on the other hand, it's really pivotal because you're gonna learn later a lot of things that keep going through side star. We just saw side star, but we're gonna show it to you one more time. Bird to side star. Nice. And this is a side star. In level 4, we get to inversions. Inversions means going upside down, and we're going to show you star.
My buns.
Lift your head. And so this is what star looks like, and it can come down. Nice. So the first 4 levels, you learn all these different poses, important poses. In level 5, we're going to start putting them together into washing machines. A washing machine is a flow that ends where it starts, so you can just keep going through it over and over. And if you're a flyer, you might feel like you're in a washing machine, you just keep getting tumbled. And we're going to show you trapdoor. Reverse bird. Wait here. Stand up. Nice. I'll put you down. Cool. So this is roughly what your Acroyoga journey is going to look like. So have patience with learning the technique in the beginning, and you're going to get to do lots of fun stuff.